Hello, hello. What's going on, Nama? How you doing? What is up? We are just doing another live stream. We did one a bit earlier, but I wanted to do one a little bit later in the day for me because I figured that way maybe some of the folks on the other side of the pond would, you know, be awake or be off work and we could have a chat. Wanted to talk some Aussie sports and some other stuff, and then maybe some channel update stuff. How have you been? It's been a while. So I'm actually, let me a second here. Kind of looking up betting odds right now. Check some stuff here. Not bad. You missed the vids? Yeah, I need to start getting back into things. So I was discussing that a little earlier. We can chat about it again. Want to get back in the swing of things. I know I've said that before, but I made another YouTube channel as well, talking more about my carnivore diet stuff. Actually, I'll show it here. So this is it here, red meat for dinner. So I'm gonna post like my health stuff and my carnivore stuff on here. I've been doing carnivore diet for about 6 months now. So because I was gonna post it on this channel, but I figured it's just gonna get like too confusing with random stuff on this channel. So I wanted to have something dedicated for that. Kind of been focusing on my health and changing what I eat, things like that over the last 6 months. So yeah, so we're gonna get back into doing some maybe some AFL stuff. I don't know how much reaction video stuff we're gonna do. I want to kind of branch things out. Earlier today, I had a really good conversation with a random person that hopped in the live stream, and they're from Lithuania, and so I might post that in a video later on. It's only going to be in like 720p, which kind of sucks. So I'm trying to figure out like how I can record my stream while I'm streaming, because typically, from my understanding, I think you need like a dedicated streaming PC and then a dedicated PC to kind of record the content. But I'm wondering if there's a way to like record it without doing that, because I don't know. I might be able to record it on my laptop, but that's kind of a stretch, to be honest. But I'd like to like pull some videos from live streams I do. I think that would be more fun. I really had a good conversation earlier, just talking to a guy about some random things, and as far as, you know, Ukraine and Russia, and we're talking about Telegram, and he was showing me some stuff. It was fun. It was a good time. And then, you know, we can do more live streams. I enjoy live streaming. We're gonna try and maybe do some more of that. I tried live streaming and doing some stuff on Kick. You know, I might do some stuff on there. You know, Twitch is okay, but I've never really been a fan of Twitch. It's always kind of annoying me with certain things. But Kick is a new platform, and it's exciting. We're gonna see where it goes. I've streamed on it a couple times, just playing, you know, some random video games here and there. I don't play a lot of video games anymore, so I'm not on there a lot, but yeah, just giving that a try. But I do miss the background music is a bit loud. Okay, I'll turn it down. Sorry, I was jamming out earlier. Let me turn it down. Is that better? But yeah, anyways, what I was saying is I'm trying to get back into live streaming on this channel. Miss chatting with everybody and you guys, and, you know, miss YouTube. Miss YouTube. So, I don't know how interested you are, but covering USFL might be a niche for creators. What's the USFL? Is that the United States Football League? I'm bad with acronyms. Is this, wait, what is the United Football League? What is that? Oh, it's the minor league for football. Got it. See, I'm American. I don't even know that. What the hell? Media's been recently promoting it. I know about the XFL. So are the rules different? Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll take a look at this at some point. We'll keep it up here. There, I gotta get like a notepad. Just write down some stuff to remember for later. All right. Oh, so they're merging then. Is that what it is? We'll be practicing together. Oh, right here. Oh, got it. So the USFL and the XFL merged for the United Football League for 2024 season. Huh. That is interesting. How many teams are there? Okay, here we go. So what? There's 8 teams? All right, so we got the Michigan Panthers, New Jersey Generals, Philadelphia Stars, Pittsburgh Maulers, the Birmingham Stallions, sorry. Houston Gamblers, okay. Memphis Showboats, and the New Orleans Breakers. New Orleans. And then what is this? Defunct franchise? The Tampa Bay Bandits. Huh. So that was back in the 2022. Birmingham won both years. New Orleans. I don't know. I say both. If you're in the South, they say New Orleans. If you're up north, they probably say New Orleans. Oh well, we should have to take a more look into that. I'll have to do a little research on that. Okay, so here's the teams. So we got Birmingham, Houston, Memphis, Michigan, Arlington, DC, San Antonio. Interesting. San Antonio and Houston are in different conferences. And St. Louis. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see who's I don't know if this is Vegas, but you got some odds here for the upcoming AFL games. Wanted to look into this a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna go put out a little note here. Well, we've streamed twice today, and what I'm happy about is the fact that there's been no issues. So that's good. No drop frames. Everything's running smoothly. Cannot complain. The NRL is going to play in Vegas. Oh, let's look at that. Yeah, give me a sec. We're going to check that out. I want to see that. Because that means it's going to be televised, most likely. Who's playing? Do they know who's playing in the NRL? The rugby movement is growing in the States? Potentially, yeah. I haven't personally heard too much about it, but it is. I know F1 is growing in the States for sure. That's been picking up traction. They're starting a professional league soon. Yeah, I know that there's a bunch of, like, I don't know what you call them, minor leagues. And like one of the one of the YouTubers I follow, the Carnivore guys, he used to play rugby in the States professionally. Let's go check this out. So there's going to be 2 matches. March 2nd and... Okay, so oh, they're back-to-back games at the same stadium. In round 1. So that's going to be not this weekend, but the following. They have a promo ad for it, narrated by Russell Crowe. Honestly, if I watch, I mean, I'll look for it, but I'm pretty sure if I watch it, they'll copyright strike this entire live stream because that's what they do. Is this the one here? Let me see if this is Russell Crowe.
It's football, but not as you know it. No helmets, no pads, no timeouts.
That was loud. Yeah, I definitely agree with it. I think people in the States will get behind league more than union. So they're playing Rabito. This is my team here, so I'm excited to see Rapidos play the Sea Eagles. Let's see how much tickets are. Wait, I gotta go download the Ticketmaster app? Why am I not seeing it? All right, so Rugby League Las Vegas, starting at $19. Look at this. All right, so let's see here. What the hell just happened? So let's say we sat right in the middle. This guy here, what's this? $478. Holy shite. It's a lot of money. What's this one right in the front row? So this one's only 189, but it's way over here. Huh. Yeah, definitely bootleg box prices. That's the problem with a lot of stuff in the States is, well, I mean, some of them maybe, I don't know. I know a lot of things get bought up quick and resold, but I don't know if they're resold on Ticketmaster. I don't buy a lot of tickets, to be honest, so I'm not sure if that's how it works. But I know there's probably a lot of sites out there where they're ridiculous. Like this one's only $39 right over here on the end. So I mean, there's definitely good seats. It's not gonna sell out, I don't think. I couldn't imagine it selling out. But I mean, because this is a huge stadium. But it should be good. And the fact, and I'm guessing you get both tickets, like you get tickets to both games, like with the one. Is that how it works? Yeah, it's Allergiant. I can't say the name. Allergiant. Let me say it. I don't even know how to say the name. So that's 65,000 people, but it can expand to hold 70 for select events. It's pretty new. It's 2020. But I feel like yeah, so you get to watch both games. So that's not a bad deal, I guess. You know, even if it's like a couple $100, I feel like, you get to watch both games. It's a double header. What is this one? 189? It's not terrible. These ones right on the center line are like 400. What happens if you go up here? The original is supposed to be at the Hard Rock? I've never been to the stadium, but some stadiums, if they're not like fully booked, and if it's an event like this, they might be a little lenient. They might not have as much security as if it's like a NFL game or something. So a lot of times, I've done this with baseball games before. You can get a ticket like in the nosebleeds, and then you can just like wait like an hour and then just like find an empty seat somewhere that nobody's sitting in. And a lot of times they don't check tickets and shit. So, if it's not full. What's up, Flip? $189 for a rugby game? I don't know. Is that a good price or is that overpriced? I have no idea. What is it in Australia? Like, 'cause this is US, by the way. So that's like, I don't know. That's probably like, it's almost like $400 Australia, right? Maybe like 350. I don't know. We looked at this earlier. So what is that? 189, $300 almost. Speaking of baseball, apparently you follow. Let's see, or trying to follow the Diamondbacks. What are our chances? Honestly, I don't follow a ton of baseball. I'm a Twins fan, Minnesota Twins fan, Twinkies fan. I also like the Astros too, being that I live in Texas now, and the Astros are pretty good. I don't know too much about the Diamondbacks, to be honest. I don't really know the ins and outs of what teams are going to be potentially good this year. I don't keep up with it. Sorry, I'm staring at the chat. I don't keep up with it as much as I keep up with like hockey or even like football or American football. You wouldn't pay over 80 Australian. So yeah, I get it. Everything in the States. This is also Vegas. Everything in the States is like super fucking expensive. If you're in Vegas, everything's overpriced. But you can also get seats like up in the nosebleeds and stuff for like $19 US. So, I mean, there's options if you're in town and you want to check it out. I'm not saying you, but if somebody was in town. Or who knows, maybe you just buy a ticket to Vegas and come out to Vegas. In a week and a half. Or whatever it is. So is that like the first games are there, or is it March 2nd? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then it's 5 days later, the next game. Interesting. All right, so we're looking at this here. Let's see. We got round 1 AFL Thursday night, Sydney, Melbourne, March 7th. They have Sydney winning. Let's see. We got Brisbane or Carlton. Gold Coast over Richmond. What the hell happened to the Tigers, man? They used to be good, no? When I was watching them, they were good. Greater Western Sydney. Carlton over Richmond. So this is where like the Raiders play then, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm sure no matter where you are, even if you're up in these nosebleeds, it's still a decent view. Sup, Cooper? Long time no see. Yeah, good to see you, buddy. Welcome back, man. How are you? It's been a bit. Yeah, this would be a cool stadium to check out. I haven't been to Vegas since I was a kid. I went to Vegas once as a kid for a wedding. But I've never been there as like for fun, as an adult. You've been good. Well, good. You ready for the upcoming sports? Huh? We've got the AFL, the NRL, all that good stuff starting. Bathurst is coming up. Found that out today. That's exciting. Oh, this is the Russell Crowe one here.
Rugby league is football. But maybe...
Let's see here.
Most aggressive, ball-in-hand football game that exists.
Really hyping it up.
We're underway.
Rugby league is played on a rectangular field of 100 meters in length.
Okay, so they're basically like explaining the whole game, or does he just kind of go through and explain the game? Before people complain, this rules videos for Americans casually viewing getting into league. Now your average bloke trying to play footy for the first time. These are just general rules for the game. Yeah, I bet you there's a lot of like Aussies and other people playing rugby like, that's not everything. You're missing shit. You're hoping for a good year for the D's. How are the Wild going this season? They're going shite. That's what they're going. Fucking Wild. They're like 8 points out of the playoffs right now, and I don't know, it'll be interesting to see if they even make the playoffs. Probably not. They fired our head coach this year. We got a new one. So that's been fun. But they're still fun to watch. You know, I still watch every game. They played, who the fuck did they play last night? We lost in overtime. Wow, who was it? That was bothering me. Jordan Greenway's on their team? Who is it? Come on. Sabres, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, Buffalo Sabres. I don't know, I kept thinking the Oilers for a second, wasn't it? I'll be honest, I don't even want to watch this because these fuckers are gonna like shut my stream down and copyright strike me just for like taking a peek at it. Just for looking at their name, they'll probably fucking copyright strike me. They're the worst. So we'll see how we go about dealing with the NRL stuff this year. Bunch of bastards. I might have to just make a whole YouTube channel just for that, just so I don't have to deal with all their bullshit. But we're probably not doing that. What's on the home page? Chess stuff. Fights. All right, did Tucker and Ben talk to each other? I don't think they did. What is this? So, you think they'd be happy to get extra exposure? Yeah, don't even get me started on these guys. Yeah, I agree. But I don't know if you know the history of... I'm pretty sure you probably do, but... they've striked my channel so many times on live streams. Every time I would watch an NRL game and do like a live stream, like watch along, I wouldn't show the game. I wouldn't put the audio of the game. I would just have like keeping like the score like up to date on what the score was. Every single time they would manually strike my channel, and then they would release it after the game was over. Because I can like dispute it. So once they would strike it, I would dispute it, and then they would say, oh yeah, my bad, and they would release it. But they would wait till like 2 hours after the game to do it every time. So they just shut me down every time I was watching the game. And eventually, like, I reached out to YouTube. I'm like, what the hell? You know, how can anybody just like shut me down live streaming? Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I couldn't just go on the Major League Baseball's live stream, because they do live streams on YouTube every so often. I couldn't just go on their stream and be like, oh, copyright strike, that's mine, and just for the hell of it, and it would remove their live stream. That would never work. They might be doing it because of broadcasting rights, but I'm not broadcasting anything. That's the thing. That's the issue. Like, even the score, I wasn't getting from them. The score is on Google. Like, you can just Google what the score of the game is, and Google just keeps an up-to-date, you know, thing of the game. Like, I even went as far as removing any like logos of theirs, like you know, let's say it was like the Rabitos versus Sydney or whatever. I was like, or whoever else. I would remove the team logos and just put like a R and whatever else, you know, another letter just for the team, and they still would do it. It's so annoying. And it wasn't the algorithm, because it was manually done every time. And then they sent me a nasty email, and I told them to go F themselves. Well, I have it, saved it in the draft. We went back and forth for a little bit, and then I almost said go F yourself, and then I didn't send it. Yeah, I have no issues with the AFL stuff. The AFL, like when I was doing reaction stuff, if I had like too much of their video or whatever, then they would, copyright. But that's more algorithm stuff. Like that was the algorithm picking stuff up, and sometimes they would even drop it. I had somebody reached out to me. I forget who it was. It might have been from the V8 supercar guys. I had to go look back in my email. Like one of them wanted to like kind of work together in the sense of like, just you can't show like the whole race, things like that. But if you want to like use clips and things to talk about, it's fine. So a lot of places are like cool with it. I don't know. Yeah, it was frustrating because I would always want to watch the. I'm tired. I forget what the big game is for the NRL. What's it called? Where it's the Maroons versus the Blues. What is it called? State of the Origin. That's right. I would always watch the State of the Origin game, and that's what I would like do watch-alongs to, and so I would watch it. Wouldn't show anything. Wouldn't audio anything. Wouldn't have any logos, and just because I was like live watching the NRL. They would shut me down. Stupid. Dumb. Where is this beef here? Is this on X? There used to be an AFL State of the Origin back in the day. I did not know that. So why did they stop doing the what was it called? International rules was it like Australia and Ireland? And it was like Gaelic football and AFL? Why did they stop? I think they stopped doing that, right? What does he say here?
Now, modern censorship bears no resemblance to previous censorship regimes in previous countries in previous eras. Our censorship is affected on the basis of fights against disinformation and malinformation. And the key thing to know about these is they're everywhere. And of course, they have no reference at all to whether what you're saying is true or not. In other words, you can say something that is factually accurate and consistent with your own conscience. And in previous versions of America, you had an absolute right to say those things. But because someone doesn't like them or because they're inconvenient to whatever plan the people in power have, they can be denounced as disinformation, and you could be stripped of your right to express them, either in person or online. In fact, expressing these things can become a criminal act and is. And it's important to know, by the way, that this is not just the private sector doing this. These efforts are being directed by the U.S. government, which you pay for and at least theoretically own. It's your government. But they're stripping your rights at very high speed. Most people understand this intuitively, but they don't know how it happens. How does censorship happen? What are the mechanics of it? Mike Benz is, we can say with some confidence, the expert in the world on how this happens. Mike Benz had the cyber portfolio at the State Department. He's now executive director of Foundation for Freedom Online, and we're going to have a conversation with him about a very specific kind of censorship. By the way, we can't recommend strongly enough. If you want to know how this happens, Mike Benz, B-E-N-Z, is the man to read. But today we just want to talk about a specific kind of censorship, and that's censorship that emanates from the fabled military-industrial complex, from our defense industry and the foreign policy establishment in Washington. That's significant now because we're on the cusp of a global war, and so you can expect censorship to increase dramatically. And so with that, here is Mike Benz, Executive Director of Foundation for Freedom Online. Mike, thanks so much for joining us. And I just can't overstate to our audience how exhaustive.
So what do the people in Australia or around the world, I'm not sure where everybody is watching from, I'm not sure how many people are watching right now, to be honest. What do we got? We got two of you. Okay, three of you. 2 or 3 of you. What's the sentiment in your guys' hometown about the Putin interview with Tucker Carlson? Or do you even know about it? Is it even on your radar? Are you livid and mad, or are you like, this is interesting? Curious.
Even with West. It became very clear to anyone paying attention several months ago that Ukraine cannot win its war against Russia. The Ukrainian military will not be able, even with Western backing, hundreds of billions of dollars of it, to expel the Russian military from parts of eastern Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't have the industrial capacity, neither does NATO or the United States, and it doesn't have the people. Russia has 100 million more in population than Ukraine does. And that means that further support from the West for the Ukrainian military only means more dead Ukrainians and a further degraded Western economy in the US and in Germany particularly. So it's not simply a fool's errand, it's self-destruction. It's insane, it's cruel, it's abetting the killing of an entire generation of Ukrainians. This is very obvious. No honest person at this point will deny it. And yet somehow the United States Senate, which is always several years behind reality and its perceptions, just a few weeks ago, decided to send another $60 billion to the Ukrainian government, which is both corrupt and authoritarian. They've canceled elections, they banned an entire Christian denomination, and then they killed an American journalist for noting any of this. And yet, the United States Senate proposed, under Mitch McConnell, a plan to send another $60 billion to Ukraine. Well, imagine the surprise of all rational people around the world to wake up this morning and discover this could actually happen. And so with that in mind, we thought it'd be worth talking to one of the very few Republican senators who's bothered to make the counter case. And that would be J.D. Vance of Ohio, who joins us now from the United States. Senator, thanks so much for coming on. If you wouldn't mind telling us where this legislation is right now, what you expect to happen, and what you think should happen.
Yeah, Tucker, so there are two big things that will happen here. So tonight we will clear a major procedural vote, or we won't. So this is really the best opportunity tonight to kill this legislation. Encourage everybody to do everything that they can, contact everyone they can to ensure that we actually do kill the legislation. It is very close. The Democrats have banded together with 17 Republicans. We only need 8 of those Republicans to flip their vote to kill this thing. And I think that we'll get at least one who will, in fact, flip their vote. So that's where it sits in the Senate. The second thing, and frankly, the best opportunity we have to kill this is in the House. And that's part of what I'm trying to do, is notify people about how bad this legislation is, so that after it clears the Senate, if it does, then it goes to the House, and the House has a real opportunity to at least make it better, but hopefully kill it. And I want to say just a couple of things here, Tucker, that are extremely important to know about this legislation. Number one is that it sends $61 billion to Ukraine to fund, as you said, a hopeless war in Eastern Europe. It will decimate the Ukrainian population even more than it's already been decimated. So it's a terrible, terrible piece of legislation on the policy. The second thing I want to say, Tucker, though, is that it doesn't just fund Ukraine in 2024. And this is the most important point. It actually funds Ukraine in 25 and 26. Now, what's the problem with that?
Yeah, I don't know how many people around the world know about this whole border bill. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about, the border bill. Yeah, that's exactly what they're talking about. So, I'm not sure how many people know this, but the United States, at least if you're in the U.S., you know this, but the United States is dealing with a border crisis. Especially living in Texas, I am fully aware of what's going on. It sucks. But yeah, we have no border. Millions upon millions of illegals are just illegal aliens, illegal migrants, whatever you want to call them, are just walking into the country. And these aren't just people from Mexico who are looking for a better life. And even if they were, that's still not the way to go about it. But they're not. I mean, there's like over 100 different countries people are coming from, or maybe, and I mean, 100 different countries, but there was, I'd have to look it up, but there's like dozens of different countries. There's a whole documentary of some, sheriffs and, journalists going on the border and looking at the gaps and finding currency from all over the world, China, India, you know, the Middle East, South America, all over the world, Russia. And what they do is they leave their IDs and all their belongings at the border, so they can't identify them. Or not all the belongings, but any identifying belongings they just leave at the border, because if you get in, if you come to the United States and they can't figure out who you are, then you get to stay here, right? But if they know who you are and they know you're from a certain country, they can easily get you back there to deport you even more. Also, the problem is they just stopped caring. Like the border's just wide open. They don't do anything about it. And so finally Texas has stepped up, and Texas is battling with the federal government right now because they're basically putting their own troops on the border and saying, no, we're taking care of this ourselves now. Federal government, you're going to have to step down. But so it's an interesting time. But anyways, that's a long-winded thing to say. Congress just passed a border bill. They call it a border bill because they're trying to please the American people because they are fed up with this border. So they call it a border bill, and it's $120 million or 118 or 128 or something around there. $1 billion, not million, $1 billion. 120 some $1 billion. You know how much of that is going to our border, the United States border? Again, we're paying for this. I'm paying for this. Every American's paying for this in taxes. 20 billion of it is going to the border. Only 20 billion of the 120 billion is going to the border. Half of it, 60 billion of it, is going to Ukraine. And this is what they're talking about. We are sending 3 times the amount of funds to fight a war. That's not even our war. It's not even our soldiers. We're giving this money to a Ukrainian government. A lot of this is just money laundering. That's really what it is. Ukraine is just a puppet state for the U.S. to launder money. And a lot of people know that now. But we can't even secure our own border. It's just a joke. And this is what pisses me off. It's because they lie. They straight up lie to us. They take our money and they lie to us. And they say, hey, this is for you. This is for your border. This is so we can secure things up. We know it's gotten bad. No, shut up. It's not. It's for you to give more money to Ukraine. And then the only way to get more money to Ukraine without pissing all the Americans off is to say, whoa, it's a border bill. And we're just going to sneak half of the money over to Ukraine in the meantime. It's a sham. And this is exactly what they're talking about right now.
Say, for example, that we have a new president in 2025. That president would be handcuffed by the promises that we are making in law to Ukraine today. If you go back to 2019, Tucker, to try to give you a sense of why this matters. In 2019, the U.S. House impeached then President Donald Trump on the theory that they had appropriated money to Ukraine, and Donald Trump refused to send it to Ukraine. So if Trump is elected president again and become president on January of 2025, he will conduct diplomacy. And if that diplomacy does not include sending additional billions to Ukraine, there is a theoretical argument, a predicate, if you will, for impeaching Donald Trump because they have tried to tie his hands. And the final point I'll make on this, Tucker, is that the Washington Post has already said, based on leaks from inside the intel community, the purpose of this legislation is to tie a future President Trump's hands. We're not just sending billions to Ukraine in 2024. We're trying to make it impossible for the next president to conduct diplomacy on his terms. It's anti-democratic, and it will lead to endless war all over the world.
So the political calculation behind this seems incredibly dark. So does the humanitarian effect. I noticed that no one on Capitol Hill seems interested in finding out how many have died in this war. Reliable estimates in the area, these are not partisan, are that about 400,000 Ukrainians have died. That's about as many Americans as died in the entire Second World War over the entire duration. And it's, of course, a much smaller country. So how do senators, Republican senators, get away with saying we're doing this on behalf of the Ukrainian people, on behalf of democracy, when it's destroying an entire generation and it's not a democracy? Like, what's the thinking here?
Well, Tucker, they bought into the propaganda that what is in the best interest of Ukraine is to prolong this war. And so Zelensky comes to Washington. You know, he's tougher than a lot of them are, and I think they get a little bit of excitement from that. And Zelensky tells them a story that his war is in the best interest of the whole of Ukraine. Now, never mind that there are people within Ukraine protesting the draft. Never mind that the average age of a soldier there is pushing 45 years old. And never mind that the 650,000 wealthiest Ukrainians left the country at the beginning of the war. They didn't stay and fight. So the idea that this is unanimously supported by the Ukrainian population is, of course, preposterous and absurd. No one believes it. But here's the really crazy, and I think ultimately the very cynical thing that's going on, Tucker, is that everyone knows that this war will lead to the destruction of Ukraine. I've had conversations with Democratic colleagues where they get this sort of dark look in their eyes, and they say effectively that they want to fight Russia to the last Ukrainian drop of blood. I think if you really ask these guys, they recognize that this is not in the best interest of Ukraine. This is fundamentally in the interest of military contractors and people who think that America's most pressing challenge is to defeat the Russians. Of course, that's not a preoccupation that I share. I don't think Russia should have invaded, Tucker, but I also think that we got to be much more focused on more pressing problems like the demographic collapse of the United States, like the open borders, and like what's going on in East Asia. So it's a massive campaign, Tucker, to distract people from the real problems in the world and the real problems that exist in this country.
And underlying it all, as you just said, is an impulse that's indefensible and I think deeply immoral. So I'm so grateful for you having the courage to talk about this in public, and I hope common sense in your position prevails. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, thank you.
Interesting, huh? Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about the fact that they're going to set it up in a way that if Trump gets elected, there's nothing he can do about it, and then they're going to try to use that for grounds for another impeachment. I mean, I would not be surprised if they're already setting that up now. I mean, of course they are, right? Very interesting stuff going on in the world. What's old Donald Jr.? Oh, this isn't regular. Is Donald Trump even on Twitter? I'm never on Twitter. There he is. There's old Donnie. There's old Donnie. But he hasn't posted in a long time. Look at this. Interesting. What is Biden up to? Why can't I spell his name? Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Americans have filed for a record 16 million new business applications since I came into office. And I smelt every one of them. Every one of those applications is a sign of hope. God, this guy. Look at him. He's saying look good in this picture. He's probably falling off bikes. Dude, I don't even think he can look at a bike anymore. Like, I'm surprised they don't make him wear a helmet out in public. I mean, I legit know guys with more cognitive function than him who wear helmets in public. You know what I'm saying? We made strong progress in 3 years than most presidents make in 7 or 8 years. But it all be wiped out in this election. We must keep the White House and keep the Senate and take back America and the House and take back everything. I want everything. Just hear him talk.
Both not surprised and outraged by the news. Reported death of Alexei Navalny. He was so many things that Putin was not. He was brave. He was principled. He was dedicated to building a Russia where the rule of law existed and where it applied to everybody. Navalny believed in that Russia. He knew it was a cause worth fighting for.
Yeah, this guy. What does he got to say? If you elect Donald Trump, he'll implement a national abortion ban. If you elect me, I'll abort babies at 9 months. No, he didn't say that. A Democratic House and a more Democratic senator will restore Roe. All right. Roe was such bad law. I mean, screw the whole abortion thing. Just like put that aside for a second. It's just a bad legal precedent. What's up, Mr. What is it? Green is? What's Guyot? What are you talking about? I'm trying to find Twitter drama with the president, okay? Well, what would happen here? I'll go back. How's it going, my guy? How you doing? You doing good? Good to hear. See, this guy wants to ban all our guns and everything. It's crazy. Yeah, this whole thing, I remember seeing this. There have been more mass shootings in 2024 than there have been days in this year. That's unacceptable. That's bullshit. Because what they're talking about is gun or gang violence. And we would agree. Gang violence sucks. But most gang violence is in democratic cities in the U.S. where guns are pretty much like almost illegal. Like you can't get guns. It's really hard to get. There's so many restrictions on firearms in places like Chicago where all this gang violence is, New York, all these things. And that's what it is. It's gang violence, and that should be addressed. But it's not mass shootings. I hate that. I hate the language he uses. What else? What's trending? God, I'm never on this. I'm never on Twitter or X, whatever. It's hard. I have such a hard time following X or saying X. So this happened back in my not my hometown, but back close to where I used to live. Two Burnsville police officers and a medic were murdered or killed. Yeah, this is what's crazy. So there's a video of him. This is what it says, and maybe we'll watch it. But it says, here's a video of Gooden, sorry, doing target practice, envisioning a white person as a target. This is really common in up in Minnesota now. It's turned into a crazy place. It's not safe anymore. It's crazy. And even in Burnsville is outside of the city. Like that's like 40 minutes south of the metro. Like it should not. Burnsville used to be a safe place. I mean, I had family there as a kid, and I used to always play outside. So yeah, it's a normal place. What is this?
You know why? And we go.
Can I start all over?
This motherfucker. Hey, don't shoot her. She's videotaping. All right.
Don't shoot her. She's videotaping. Let's watch this, guys. This is insane. So this is the guy that shot killed two police officers and a medic.
She's expendable. Is it on? It's on. It is already. We got little bro. We got little bro Everett. And big bro. Sure. That's right, baby. And I hold my shit sideways because I'm blazed different. And we shoot at that white thing down there. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm picturing a white person. And because
Did you hear that? He said, I'm shooting at that white thing down there. I don't know what it is, but I'm picturing it as a white person. Wow. Do you understand that if any white person said that, it would be like national news in the United States? Like it would be everywhere. Like a white person holding a gun on camera saying that, like this is white supremacy. It would be every freaking place. I don't think this has not made the news once. I would have never known about this if I didn't go on Twitter today.
I'm white, I hold the gun actually straight. This right here, my nigga. He holds his gun like this. But I'm a brother. He shoots it the correct way, which is how you're supposed to shoot. But you know, I'm a real nigga, so I hold my shit like these. So I gotta pop and I'll pop.
If that's a shotgun and he shoots it sideways like that, the thing's gonna hit him in the fucking forehead. I would look. I mean, I hope he's dead. To be honest, I probably shouldn't say that because it's YouTube, but he's a terrible person who killed 3 people. So I hope he's rotten in the prison. But anybody who shoots a shotgun sideways, I'm sorry, it's gonna clonk you in the head, or you're gonna punch yourself in the face. It'd be hilarious to see. I don't want to watch any more of this. I'll watch this later. I don't know if it's gonna be good for YouTube or not. Wow. I mean, I guess we're starting to see more, but these are like independent people. I see no mainstream media stuff from Minnesota, like even the local stuff talking about this. You're going to sub? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Is he accused of shooting 2 officers? Is it like... So these are the victims. Man, that's so messed up. Oh, shit really bothers me. Especially this is like really close to home. Fuck, man. Pisses me off. Killed 3 emergency responders, 2 police officers, and a medic. Oh, I hope they bury him beneath the jail. Both the cops are 27. Biden silent. No call to end the war on the police. And this is the shitty thing is, I think people forget This is the same state where they wanted to defund the police. This is where George Floyd was killed. This is the whole Derek Chauvin thing. Like BLM, the whole riots, they burnt down half the fucking city. They wanted to defund the police. They were actively calling for no police in the city, no police in the state. They booed the entire mayor out of Minneapolis because he wouldn't get rid of all of the police in the city, which is the stupidest idea. Everybody that wasn't even part of BLM, just everybody just like, or I should say everybody under 25 for some reason just all of a sudden hated cops. The whole entire, any Democrat in the city, like they just like F the police. I mean, I knew people in their late 20s, like normal people that I went to school with, screaming F the police and F12. And it was just like, what is wrong with you? And then they're literally calling for police's heads. And saying things like, or at least with the trial, like if we don't get a guilty verdict, Maxine Waters was in Minneapolis marching down the streets with the rioters and the protesters saying, if we don't get a guilty verdict, we're gonna keep rioting and keep doing this, and there's gonna be more unrest. It's just this political hit job, and now they're calling for police's heads. And again, this is a war on police. You've built this into the culture up there with these people, and it's just sad, man. It's sad. Like, why would anybody want to be a police officer? It's so sad. Like, God, I feel for these people. I feel for them. Really makes me angry. Makes me sad, you know? I'm actually curious. I wonder if like any I'm sure they will. It probably won't be right away, but any of these conservative figures will probably pick up the story. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. We are sure getting our Twitter in today, aren't we? Our X. I'll have to post this video later of exploring the slums of Twitter. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys like Twitter more now that Elon's bought it? What's Grok? What the hell is this? Ironic is that these people would probably be the first to complain the police aren't there to help them when they need them. Exactly. I mean, these are people who have been brainwashed by a Marxist movement known as BLM. That's what the movement was. They openly admitted it. It was on their website. And they literally were brainwashed by these people. Right? It's just insane. And you're right. I mean, these are the type of people who will block traffic when there's ambulances trying to get to a dying person, you know, in a house, or like it could be your grandma, right? Like fell down the stairs and she dies because these people are blocking emergency vehicles from getting to her house. This is the kind of shit they do. I mean, they're terrible. This is terrible. It's a terrible mindset. It's a terrible, ideology that they've adopted. And it's just turned into like it's just, I don't know what the right word is. It's a lack of, is it a ghetto? Is it just like just a slum? I mean, like that's kind of what the metro of Minneapolis is turning into. Or it's just, in my opinion, this is what I'm seeing. I'm from there. I grew up there. I lived there for 30 years. It used to be amazing. I used to love living there. And now it's like a little Detroit. It's insane what's happened to it. Sad. I hope it turns around. I hope it gets better. But and they're also the same. Like, I think we have like a Somali person in our Congress or Senate. I don't remember who. Ilhan Omar, and she wants to like bring Sharia law or Sharia into the government of Minnesota and all this stuff. It's like it's just changing so much. Never actually explored Twitter before. What is all this? Bro, are you even hustling? You even hustling, bro? Are you even hustling, bro? Dame Luca. Something happened in the NBA? Worth watching, especially for parents. What is this?
Full spacious skies for amber.
Should we watch this? See what this is all about? Hold on one sec. I don't know, this music's probably gonna get me copyright strike.
Some say ignorance is bliss. If you prefer that ignorant bliss, then now's the time to turn the TV off, because you'll have no excuse left by the end of this to not take your rightful place as a warrior protecting and preparing the next generation.
Oh, this is about Oh, man, this is gonna hit me hard. The stuff that's going on with kids nowadays is just so bothersome to me. This is a 2-hour video.
How did you get into it?
I came from an immigrant family that didn't have a lot of money.
At the World Health Organization at the time was named Frank Calderone, was going around the country bringing the Las Vegas burlesque and putting on sexual titillating public performances for people in the 1940s. Frank Calderone was married to Mary Calderone, who left Planned Parenthood as Planned Parenthood's medical director in 1964 to found the Sexuality Information Education Council of the United States, SIECUS, which today is the major primary group at the helm of creating, promulgating, and raising up the next generation of teachers to integrate comprehensive sexuality education into America's public schools.
Huh. I think I'm gonna have to watch this. This is up my alley. This is interesting stuff here. I don't know if we're gonna watch it right now. I'd like to actually try to figure out how to start being able to record and stream at the same time before I do that. I'm gonna look into that tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can't use one of my. Fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. We'll look into it. Because I might want to make maybe a couple videos on that. You know, just kind of talking about it while we're watching it during a live stream or something. Maybe we can just do a live watching it. Yeah, that's. So this is like his movie then. Okay, so let's look at this guy. Oh, I know this. Yeah, Robbie. Okay. Where? I recognize him from somewhere. Was he on? I think he's been on Tim Pool before. That's probably where I saw him. Look, he reposted the Minnesota thing. Good for him. So you can buy it for $11, $12. You can watch it. So it's on Rumble. Oh, so I would imagine that we might get in trouble for watching it on YouTube if it's not on YouTube. Yeah, it's not suitable for children. What's Movies Plus? Well, I think I'm kind of confused though, like why it's for sale, but then you can just watch it for free on. Wait a second. So I'm wondering, could do a watch along in Discord maybe? Yeah, we could. I also have a channel on Rumble, so we could potentially. Well, it's for my carnivore stuff. We could actually maybe we could do it on Rumble too. I've been interested to get into Rumble as well. I gotta also look into like streaming platforms that can do like multiple platforms. I can just like stream to like 3 different things at once. Be nice. We could definitely do a watch along in Discord. That would be fun. I could play my odds and watch it on a live stream, and if they fucking shut it down, they shut it down. You know, we can run that, roll those dice, and see. You know, I mean, they'll just make up some reason, but it might be, you know, a little bit easier if we watch it live, and then if I were to post videos on it, do it in like parts, like part 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they could be like 30 some minute videos or so. This is a 2-hour video, but I really do think this is going to be a good watch.
Seeing, you know, the next generation.
Math is not science, it's not English. It's going to this ideology. This ideology is killing our kid.
Do you think more people need to speak up to protect kids like your daughter?
Yes.
Man, this is going to really get me. This is sad. It's so real what's happening out there. Oh, man. One crazy kind of story thing, and this is just obviously anecdotal, but I used to work at a grocery store as a butcher, and part of my job was to stock the shelves in the meat department of, like, you know, all the cheeses and deli meats and stuff like out on the floor. So I'd see a lot of people, and I talk to people, and people ask me for where stuff is, and you do a lot of people watching. You see a lot of hundreds of people every day just walking around and doing things, and during my time, like, I saw so many what you would call, like, I don't know, like maybe trans kids, like young kids. Like, this was even in Florida too. It wasn't like it wasn't like every day, but I mean, you would see kids, like little boys with like dresses and makeup on and shit, and it was just like, and they're like doing this with their other dudes, like the other boys that they're with. They're like, and they're with their mom, and it's like, it's just so weird, you know? Like, it just seemed like sexualizing children. It's just so off-putting, and I feel like the people are just trying to make it open place now for that kind of crap, you know? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird time, man. It's a weird time we're living in. The internet has destroyed all of humanity, I tell you. The internet is going to destroy us all. Yeah, we'll look into this again. Actually, good. Let me write this down. Where's my pen? ¿Dónde está pen? How do you say pen in Spanish? Got it. Let's get some tunage back on. What is subscribe? How much is that? $5 a month. Everything feels so woke and super sensitive these days. Bring back the 80s. Shit, even the 90s, dude. I mean, I wasn't alive in the 80s. I was born in the 90s, early 90s, but I mean, even the early 2000s, like when the internet got started, shit, that was kind of fun, you know? You're like, like dial up and AOL Instant Messenger, and like, you know, you finally were able to kind of connect with the world, and you could like look up MapQuest and like, oh, I can actually like print directions. I can print directions to homie's house. You know, I still gotta go knock on his door and call him on the phone. You know, if he's not home, he's not home. Right? Like nowadays, you knock on somebody's door, like they think you're trying to rob. Like they're so like how dare you knock on my door? It's like 15 years ago, everybody was knocking on each other's doors. That's how you did things, you know? Just everything's so sensitive, and people are so sensitive. I'll be honest though, and like if you get off like the mainstream medias, if you get out of the Twitter and the social media, and if you get out of the major cities and the institutions and the universities, and you just get to some like suburbia, rural kind of areas, you go to Texas, you go to Florida, you get kind of out and just talk to normal freaking people, and it's not a lot's changed, you know. People are pretty chill. I mean, for the most part, but most people, I think, share that sentiment. It's the ones that have been brainwashed.
You heard, that's who we are. We're a nation that says if you, I would in fact make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation.
Let's hear that again.
I would in fact make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
More than 11,000 migrants are waiting in shelters in northern Mexico. 3,800 in Tijuana, 3,200 in Reynosa, 4,000 in Matamoros.
The border is closed. The border is secure.
Let's do a quick search, and this might come up biased. We'll see. How many illegal immigrants? Let's do per month first. And these are the only ones that are caught. So, this is when Biden got into office, 2020. Okay? There's a little spike in 2019 right before COVID. But in 2020, he got in. And it's up to 2.2 million. Was that 1 year? 2.2 million in 1 year? That was in 2022. Surge the border, he says. Surge it. They're not seeking asylum. These are fucking... I can't go seek asylum anywhere I want. I can't just go like, oh, I want to go live in Spain. I'm just going to go seek asylum and just run in there illegally. Since 2020. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm going to get good results on this. Oops, let's put that. Man. So there's not really any data after 2022. I mean, I'm sure these take like a year to report, but like we have to have some rough numbers somewhere. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's millions at this point. Millions. Yeah, we'll have to watch this later.
This whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And
That was so funny when that happened.
As the president said, he's all about border security.
Tonight, nearly 10,000 migrants a day. That is what federal officials say they are encountering at the U.S. southern border on average. Escalates in December. U.S. officials now warning that the situation is nearing a, quote, breaking point.
I want to be very clear. Our borders are not open.
Because it's not a border crisis, it's an imperialism crisis, it's a climate crisis, it's a trade crisis. This is not a surge. These are children, and they are not insurgents, and we are not being invaded.
Most of the people crossing are military-age males. You know, I mean, a lot of them are. It's...
I will say this. The president has done more to secure the border and to deal with this issue of immigration than anybody else.
Weekend, there were more than 35,000 migrant encounters down at the southern border since the start of December. Encounters have now exceeded 250,000. That's right.
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border.
And the crazy thing is, our border bill, half of it is going to Ukraine, and only... Actually, let's look this up, because I want to actually get percentages, because I'm a percentages kind of guy. How much is the border... I spelled that wrong. Bill. 118 billion. Okay. And 60 of it is going to Ukraine. So that's 51%. I spelled it wrong again. So 66.3 billion is for foreign aid. Yeah, this happened 2 days ago. A bipartisan group of House lawmakers released a $66.3 billion foreign aid and border package Friday that bears hope will be an alternative to the Senate-passed National Security Supplemental. The newly unveiled legislation includes military-only assistance for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, a departure from the $95.3 billion bill championed by senators that also has money designated for humanitarian and economic support. Is this another bill we're sending them more six? What is this? This isn't the border bill, is it? Yeah, here it is. In addition, 20.23 billion is for border security, and then the bill included 60.6 billion, 60.06 billion to support Ukraine. 14 billion for Israel. 2.2 billion for the US Central Command and the conflict in the Red Sea. and $4.83 billion to support U.S. partners in the Indo-Pacific facing aggression. An additional $10 billion will be provided as humanitarian assistance for civilian and conflict zones, including Ukraine, Gaza, and the West Bank. So this is a breakdown of where the money is going. Let's see if this all adds up. See if they got their math on point. Oops. All right, so we got 2.4 plus 4.8 plus 10 plus 14.1 plus 20.2 plus 60.1. So we're missing $7 billion somewhere out of this, but who's counting? Or 6.4. Okay, so out of what they're showing here, $54% is for Ukraine. So that was 20.2 divided by, and only 18% is for the U.S. So we're funding $118 billion, and only 18% of it is going to the U.S. border. Oh, and the other, 89% of it, 89.9% of it, or whatever it is. I'm too tired to think of it. 81.9% of it, 81.9% is going to people around the world that, nobody knows mostly. Right? I mean, some of this maybe, like, again, it's tiny amounts. It's fine, whatever. But literally, Ukraine is just becoming a money funneling, money laundering country for the U.S. It's just what it is. They've realized they can just dump money into it for no reason. Like, where's all that money going? Like, that kind of money could secure our border. Like, done. Border secured. Nobody's getting through. We could even put a freaking wall across Canada if we wanted to, but no. Which we should put a wall across Canada. Make those syrup sippers cross legally, No, but actually a lot of illegals cross through the Canadian border too. It's so much more open, and it's
I would in fact make sure.
Jesus, it's a lot less secure too. I mean, there's so much vast like wilderness on the Canadian border that you can just walk right through. So we got monthly U.S.-Mexico border patrol apprehensions. Yeah, all right, we can stop talking about the border now. It's getting old. We're gonna watch this thing at another time. Rugby sessions expired. All right, we already looked at tickets. There's a library that sits on the U.S.-Canadian border, if you remember. Everyone wants to be surprised. It's huge. Let's look how long it is. How long is the U.S.-Canadian border? It's 8,900 kilometers, or 5,525 miles. That seems pretty far, right? Mexico's one is only 1,900 miles. Okay, so this is 8,800 or 8,900 kilometers, round up. How wide is Australia? Wait. Australia is only 4,000 kilometers east to west? Is that true? Are you saying the U.S.-Canadian border? Wait, they're probably including Alaska, too. I didn't think of that. That's huge if they're including that. Canada, Kentucky. So, like, yeah, look at this. You got this whole thing here. And then especially once you get into, like, Minnesota, you start to get these, like, this really, like, crazy kind of border that comes all the way up. It goes back around. But this border is huge too. Like that's a lot of miles. Let's get directions from, like, actually it comes all the way down to here. Did I ever get into F1? Yes. I do watch F1 sometimes. I like it. It's just like, I can't find direction. Sorry. Yeah, you're not getting directions from there. Can we do it on an airplane? No. Can you walk? No. There's no way you're walking that. Huh. I was actually just in Cancun last week. And earlier we talked to a guy from, where was it? Lithuania. But yeah, I did get into F1, Cooper. I've been watching it more. I watched it quite a bit last season. It's when does it start again? Google Maps has a measuring tool. Yeah, it does, but it's hard for me to use. But again, I can't believe that the Australia is less than half as wide as the U.S. Canadian border. We could say that was double. F1 schedule. Which starts in March, huh? Okay, so where they're going to be? So they're going to be in Melbourne at the end of March. That'll be fun. You going to that? Japan, China, Miami. Miami's a fun one. That'll be a hopping time. Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari in 2026, and it looks like Carlos Sainz will drive for Aston Martin. Huh. So is Lewis Hamilton, is that like set? Hamilton's in, is he racing this year? Tickets sold out in an hour? Holy crap. Seriously, that's insane. Oh, so he got the boot, huh? He's no longer with Mercedes. So they're in Miami, then they're going to Monaco or Emilia Romagna, what the hell that is. Monaco, Canada. So I think it's cool that they have 3 races in the United States. 3 races in the United States now. I feel like they're getting more into the U.S. market. They have Vegas, Austin, Texas, which is cool because that's actually close by. I wonder how much those tickets are. Where do you get tickets? F1 tickets. Let me go back. When was this? Ah, StubHub's gonna be ridiculous. So, okay, this... Oh, wait. Let's say 3-day pass. Holy shit, they're like... So what is this? General section. It's like $400. Is this for 3 days? For a 3-day pass? I feel like this is... What is this? Holy shit. Where are these at? Yeah, I figured like this is the main grandstand. I mean, these are really expensive, right? These are like $1,700. This one's $2,000 pretty much. See, I feel like though the thing with like a race like this, I don't know. It would be a cool experience to go, but like in my head, I kind of feel like it might be like boring a little bit because I'd be like, they just whiz by like in a split second, and then you don't see anything for a few minutes. Whiz by. I mean, I guess that happens a lot. I don't know. I've never been to a race. I've like even like a NASCAR race. Never been to anything like that. So I don't know. So what is this? Oh, this is like the general admission stuff. So you can like be right on the turn 7 or turn. And is this just like, $16,000 for this tower here? What is this? Yeah, I would definitely say it's worth attending once. Yeah, I 100% agree. I would totally love to go to something like that. But in my head, I'm like, maybe it might not be up to my expectations, maybe, but it'd probably be way better. I probably would love it. Like, look at these, are $23,000. The super stage lawn. Man, let's get YouTube famous in the next 3 months and make some money, and then we'll vlog a lawn section F1 race. Let's do that. 23,000 for these as well. Yeah, that would be a cool bend to watch. I can't imagine how expensive the Vegas one is. The reason I said Austin is because like I could actually drive to that one. Like I live in Texas, so it's not ridiculously far. I mean, it's still kind of far, but let's do when did they go to Vegas like at the end, right? Miami would be that would be sweet too. November. Wait. No, it's not here. Jeez. So, problem is there's really not a lot of places to sit, I feel like, right? Like, that's why it's probably expensive. It's not as much room. Yeah, they ain't cheap. Like, these are what? These are 26,000 here. But you get a meal package, so food better be good. There's no pictures. Standing room only $2,400. Jesus. I mean, you'd be better off like trying to book a hotel that could see it or something out there, like figuring that out. They put up temp stands on the strip. It might be all sold out because like all of these are gone. All of these are gone. I would be surprised if a lot of that's sold out. But we could check out the Miami one. Miami's cool. I've never been to Miami, but I would love to go to Miami. I love Florida. Florida's so freaking fun. It's awesome. Champions Club, 14K, 15K. But we have tickets here for $488. And this is a 3-day pass. So that's why they're a little bit more pricey, but where is that at? Section Campus Pass. I don't know where that is. Looks like it's all around over $1,000. There's the Hard Rock Stadium. This would be cool seats right around the turn. You gotta like, I would want to sit where, you know, there's like, especially in Miami, right? Because it can rain. You want to like find a spot where there's a potential for like loose grip or loose traction. You know, maybe there's a crash. Yeah, obviously you don't want to get hurt, but you know, maybe it'll slip out, like something entertaining to see. And every track, you know, has like those areas. Before 2020, it was easy to get tickets to the Aussie Grand Prix. It used to cost you like $80. Dang. General admission. Yeah, inflation, I tell ya. And a lot of times there's scalping. You know, scalping with tickets and things like that. I don't know if that happens in Australia or not, but definitely happens around states, in different states. Some states it's illegal, some states it's not. But I mean the Bathurst. When's the Bathurst 1000? This year. They have caps on capacity too now. Oh, it's a ways away. It's at the end of the year. Oh, that's right. Obviously, duh. It's just starting. So yeah, the Bathurst 500 is coming up. We got the Ute series. Supercars just aren't the same since Ford Holden died. Ford versus Chevy just doesn't feel the same. Yeah, I can imagine, especially as an Aussie, you know, with the Holden. You know what I would like to see though is an American brand get into the F1. They don't have one, do they? Well, I guess Haas technically is, right? I used to think, like, I mean, years ago, I used to always think Red Bull was American, but it's like Swedish or something. I can't wait to watch this War on Children. You know, Cadillac thought about putting in an entry once. Yeah, that would be sweet to have like a Cadillac in there. You know, I'm surprised Ford doesn't do it, to be honest. I mean, like, they did like the Ford GT back in the day. It'd be sweet to do. Ford would be cool to see. I don't know why they don't. Maybe they have a reason. Is there a reason for it? Let's go. Let's look it up. Why doesn't Ford race F1? Ford's going to supply the engines to Red Bull in 26. I thought, see, that surprises me because they're doing so good. Then they have Honda, right? They like, weren't they doing so good with Honda? Honda pulled out? What, do they want more money now that they're... I suppose Honda's like, Red Bull, you're winning all these races. You need to give us more money, please. And they're like, F you. And now they're going to go with Ford. So what do we have here? It says, Ford was one of a number of big hitting manufacturers that didn't attend the FIA's Paris meeting, which did attract the likes of VW and Alfa Romeo. Ford Performance Director Dave Perricac, Dave P, told Motorsport.com that it has no interest in returning to the category in which its iconic DFE engine dominated from the late 60s. And it was still winning championships with a power plant as late as 82. 22 years, baby. It last won the F1 World Drivers title as an engine supplier for the Michael Schumacher and Benetton. God, I can't read today. In 1994, and its most recent race win came with Jordan in 2003. It is the third all-time list for F1 Constructors Champions with an engine supplier with 10 titles to its name. That's pretty good. Like it's crazy to think that it's still third time in F1 Constructors for an engine supplier. And it hasn't won since 2003. Ford also bought the Stewart Grand Prix team to run under its Jaguar brand from 2000. It was unsuccessful when the team was offloaded for just $1 to Red Bull. That's crazy. F1 is definitely not relevant to what we are trying to do. It is just too far out there. How is that? How does Ford get off saying that the number one racing sport in the world, because I think F1 is the number one racing sport in the world. I mean, obviously NASCAR is the biggest in the US, but in the world it's F1. How does he guys say F1 is definitely not relevant to what we are trying to do? It's just too far out there. I think if they were smart, the problem is F1, I feel like it's such a money pit for a lot of these things. Like, if you don't win, you're not. It's a lot of money, and auto manufacturers in the U.S. already have a hard enough time. I don't know. It is interesting to think about. Supplying the engines makes more sense because it's less risk. I feel like you'd say that they weren't winning enough and they gave it up at that stage. Yeah, it was like 20 years ago, or way more than 20 years ago. A lot can happen in a few decades. Audi's going to come to F1, you think, huh? So, can they keep adding more and more, like, different, what do you call them, constructors, I guess, or manufacturers? Or are they capped at a certain amount and then somebody else has got to go? Like, or is somebody else getting the boot? Do they bid for those slots, or how does that work? I guess I'm not sure. Because how many cars are there at once? Isn't it like 32? No. 20. I don't know why it's not 32. 20 cars in the starting grid for each Formula 1 race. So there's 10 constructors, right? Or no, 13. They can alter existing licenses, but new teams have to bid for new licenses. So in 53, there was 33 vehicles. So it's supposed to be 34. So it's 34. So can they have like theoretically could they have 10 more cars on the field if 5 more manufacturers wanted to come in and pay for it? Like there would just be more cars on the race. Or are they capping it at 26? Because this is weird. It says there are 20 cars on the starting grid for each Formula 1 race. However, the rule states that there can be no more than 26. So does that mean there's room for 3 more manufacturers? Andretti just lost a bid for a team. What is up, waiter? How you doing? I was waiting for you, buddy. I knew you were getting off school soon. I was just like, yep, gotta wait for the waiter. Gotta wait for my dude. How was school, man? Tell you what, I'm getting tired. We're probably gonna have to call it soon. I'm getting sleepy. It's been a long day. It's getting late. School is nothing crazy, average. All right. All right. There you go. It's another day. Another Monday, huh?
Something that we can apply directly.
When was this made? 6 years ago. Oh, jeez.
No, F1 is definitely something that is not relevant to what we're trying to do. It's just too far out there. I mean, it's exciting and it's cool, but it's definitely not something that we can apply directly or very easily anyway to what we're doing on a day-to-day basis at Ford.
Well, okay, if that was also over 6 years ago, then, I mean, what would make it a no-brainer for him to come back?
Back to F1.
What do you say?
I just don't see us going back to F1.
I don't want this music. Sorry, guys.
You can ask the question a million ways. I don't think that you'll see Ford participate in F1.
Why is he so sure about that? What channel update might I have missed, he said. I haven't actually talked much about the channel stuff. So I talked about it in the earlier live stream as well, but and we can chat about it now a little bit. Just kind of where we're going with the channel. And I might not be in the best spot to talk about it right now because I'm super tired, but we'll go for it anyways. So I'm just trying to figure out, kind of what I want to do with this channel. I want to keep making videos. I really like live streaming. I like doing this kind of stuff. I like having conversations with people like we did earlier. Looking at different, whether it's politics, culture stuff, or just what's going on, sports, what have you. And so really it wasn't more or less updates, but if there's any suggestions or things you guys want to see, things like that, any ideas, hoping for maybe the community or some of the people that have been around from the past to maybe chime in a little bit and see what they'd be interested in seeing, and things like that. Because I'd be honest, the reaction video stuff, you can only react to so many videos for so long, in my opinion, for at least for me. I know we talked about earlier, like the Beasleys, for example, like when I remember when he first reached out to me and he had just started his channel, and now he's up to like 100 and what is he at, like 160 some thousand or something like that, or 130 some thousand. Let's look real quick, because this guy is killing it. It's amazing. But he does reaction video stuff, and I just couldn't sustain it. Like, it was just too I couldn't stay genuinely reacting to stuff that I had already seen, and it's just tough to keep interest in it. There they are. The Beasley, they're there. 185,000 subscribers. God, that's so awesome. It's killing it. And they did it so quick. But they also have almost 2,000 videos. So they really hustled and grinded for what they got, which is amazing. But yeah, so that was my thoughts, is like, what does the community want to see? Where can we take this channel? Because even when I was doing YouTube a couple of years ago, towards the end of it, I started making more videos on just kind of random different topics, things like that, and nobody was watching, things like that, which is fine. But I feel like I was kind of moving the channel in a direction where it was just kind of hodgepodge, just kind of all over the place and muddied up, where YouTube doesn't really know what to do with it. They don't really know how to recommend it and things like that, and to even gain a new audience or gain more of an audience. Let me say a new audience, but gain more of an audience. They call it impressions, like where do they send it out to recommend, just because it was just kind of all over the place. But so I kind of want to, maybe move it away from reaction stuff, and I still probably will do some of that. Like, I want to watch the AFL with you guys. I want to get back to doing some of those things, more of those live streams, and I want to set it up so that I can kind of pull videos from live streams. I know a lot of people do that, and to me, I think that would be more better for me. I enjoy live streaming more. I enjoy like hanging out with people and talking and getting people on through Discord and having conversations, things like that, versus like sitting down, pulling up a video, turning the camera on and reacting while I watch it, and then trying to edit that. So, because I can only watch so many AFL videos before I'm like, guys, I've seen a lot of AFL. I can only watch the big hits of the AFL before I'm like, yeah, I've seen that. You know, I can't react to that anymore. It would be at least being genuine. And so, and I can't be not genuine. I mean, that I would not be able to sustain a channel doing that. It would just be stupid. So that's kind of where my head's at. It's just kind of like, what's going to be the next steps? Cause I took a couple years off, really just not knowing what to do with it and kind of knowing where to go. But I want to get back to it. I miss it. You know, it's really hard to build the channel up. You know, even my opinion to what we got this one to, you know, over 17K. You know, that's not easy. And some of it's luck and it's hard to do. And I have that other channel and it's just, it's a lot of work. So, I don't want to just throw that all to the wayside. You know what I mean? I don't want to like let the community go and let the work I've done go and everything that, you know, all the fun we had up to that. So, want to keep the train rolling. Waiter, you say YouTube Shorts is a great but cheap way to get a lot of views and recognition, especially if you use trendy audio. Yeah, I agree. And I've done some experiment stuff with shorts, and that's a really good point. I mean, my goal isn't necessarily to like just get a massive audience or get a lot of views per se, but at the same time, or I should say, my main goal isn't to just get like a ton of views on something, because that doesn't necessarily mean you do well. But I like the idea what you're getting at, where you using it to get more eyeballs, right? So like, oh, that's that person. I recognize that face. Oh, I see a video now with that person's face. I'm more likely to click on it, right? So, it's almost like a way of marketing through shorts, which makes a lot of sense, and I think that's a pretty good idea. You could also use tying your shorts with TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. Do I need to get a TikTok? Do I need to get TikTok? Because I've been trying to avoid it, to be honest with you. But Rob Reacts does it well. I think he has a decent variety. Yeah, again, I could react to variety. And I could just keep reacting to different videos. I'll be very honest. The reaction stuff was fine the first year. It didn't really bother me or anything. But like as it went on, like I just did not enjoy making the videos that much. Like I really didn't. And it's so hard to like have a good attitude on camera when you're like not enjoying what you're doing. I'm just finding random videos that, I mean, I was getting sent hundreds and hundreds of videos all the time. And not only do I have to like vet the videos to make sure they're even worth reacting to, because 90% of them are not like really that great to react to, at least to make a video on. And so it was a lot of work, but it was not a lot of work. Like I didn't feel like there was a lot of substance there. And I know people eat that shit up because they like seeing other people like watch stuff that they're interested in. But I don't know. It was hard for me to like keep doing it. Especially because the stuff I wanted to react to or the stuff I enjoyed, I had already like known about, you know, it's not like anything new to me. And so it just got to a point where I'm like, man, I feel like I pigeonholed myself. You know, I feel like I got this channel, like I got it to grow, put a lot of work into it. But now I'm like, you know, almost like the reaction video stuff was an easy in. And now I don't know where to go anymore. So I want to kind of try to figure out how to make that transition. And again, I'll still watch some reaction stuff. I'll still like, you know, I'm still interested in stuff, right? But it's when I'm trying to make several videos a week on just that, it can get a little, at least for me, it was tough. I know other people have no problem doing it and they're very successful at it. And you know, if you like doing that kind of stuff, then it works really well. Really, I got into reaction stuff because I was bored over COVID and I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. I was like, screw it, let's just watch some videos on camera. But I want to do more than that now. I like actually talking to people and having substantive conversations and things like that. So I'm hoping to have more conversations with you guys like this, like we're doing now, over the coming, you know, days and weeks or whatever, about what you guys want to see and what we can do and things like that. You know, if you guys enjoy the live streams, if you think, you know, making videos out of the live streams, you know, I could try to like schedule live streams in the sense where they're more organized, you know, where it's more of a plan, like, hey, you know, we're going to talk about this, and this on the live stream, and then we'll have this time to kind of do whatever. And then, you know, I can pull videos from that, do that as well. But I also want to make sure it's like engaging to my current audience, because that's the whole point. Like, if it's not engaging to you guys, the ones who are already subscribed, a lot of the Aussies, right? I think 30% of you guys are my subscribers, and then the second on the list is the UK. I still want it to be, you know, somewhat of value to you guys too, obviously, because you guys are my community. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's been my kind of conundrum, if you will, over the last few years with the channel. Because, you know, I want to make content, but I also don't want to make content just for the sake of making it, and just to try and get people to watch it. You know, that to me is not very fun. But yeah, that is that. I really do wish Ford would jump in the mix, though. My IRL streams, the fishing ones and stuff, were good as well. Yeah, like that kind of stuff I love doing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of stuff is sweet. You know, some of the fishing ones weren't necessarily streams because I don't get service out there, but like the videos and stuff I would do, like those I enjoy more, like stuff that I enjoy doing, you know. And I wouldn't mind doing IRL streams. Maybe I can get a kick deal or something, you know, like all these up and comings that I see on the not really TikTok, but I'll see like TikToks on Facebook or something like that, you know, like the shorts and little things like that. And there's all these like new waves of streamers on Kick and Twitch, and they're all doing their IRL stuff. And what was it? Sneeko just got the shit kicked out of him by Strickland. That was funny to see, but props to him for going in there. I mean, Jesus Christ. So yeah, all that stuff. IRL, so it's the new wave. But yeah, I enjoy streaming. I enjoy talking to people, like actually having conversations with people. You know, I would be interested in having different people on and like having more or less like, I don't want to say interviews, but like, you know, more like podcasting, maybe just conversations, perspectives on things, you know, different topics. That would be fun too. I'm all over the place, so I don't really know. You know what I mean? Also, waiter, you said shorts is a great idea, but you got to have the trendy audio. What's trendy audio to the kids nowadays? All right, I guess apparently I'm a boomer now. That means just old person apparently. So, what's the trendy audio? Is it like K-pop or some bullshit? Who knows? Mainly music like The Weeknd or Eminem. You don't know? See, the thing is, I can't use those because that's how you get copyright struck. That's how you get YouTube not to like you. That's the one thing that like kind of bugs me is there are certain streamers that because they're so big, they'll just stream copyrighted music on their streams. But then when they upload the videos, they remove the music, right? And they put like copyright-free music on. But in the stream itself, they're just playing like the radio, like normal top 50 songs. And the streaming platforms don't do anything about it because they know that this person's getting 30-some thousand people to watch. We're just going to turn a blind eye. You think they're fine for the shorts because it's just samples? Maybe. I mean, we could experiment. They're not gonna like shut my channel down for putting a short with the music on it. They'll just say, hey, you can't use that music, or you're not gonna get paid for using it, or anything like that. That's what they would do. We could try it. Now I gotta think of some trendy shorts. Not the kind you wear, but so what do I gotta do? I gotta do like some funny dances or some shit? I do funny dances. I can think of something. We'll think of some stuff. If you got any ideas, throw them in the Discord. All right? We're going to do this together. Might need to watch some and get some ideas from them. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, what's in the trending right now? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Shorts. Oh, we're just right on the page. All right, let's just watch. Let's. This is for science, okay? This is for learning. Why isn't it playing sound?
Is going to take over Poland, and it is.
Have you ever seen the amount of money that is spent on content creators on OnlyFans, and most of it naked girls? Have you ever seen the amount of money? Yeah.
I'm gonna say a year.
Yeah.
700 million.
It's
billions.
Way more than that, I think, and I think it's probably somewhere around the GDP of a small country.
What?
What is?
What do you think is the most?
So maybe what we do.
You cut federal spending dramatically, and you stop the Federal Reserve from buying.
So maybe what we do is we just take clips from live streams and things like that, and make some shorts out of them. That's easy to do. I've made shorts on Canva before. Done some experiments with shorts before, not on this channel, but so I know how to do it. So we can play around with it. You guys like Charlie Kirk? What do you think of Charlie Kirk? You know who Charlie Kirk is?
Buying bonds of failed banks like Silicon Valley Bank and artificially boosting the money supply, which makes all of you poorer. The reason why you guys are going to struggle to buy a home for the next 15 years is because DC is addicted to deficit spending. Addicted. We could talk about abortion all day long. Every kid on this campus is significantly poorer than your parents because politicians spend tons of money we don't have. It's a fact. It transcends politics.
How do you propose we...
This is the main reason that I'm mad about this whole border bill. This is all part of it because we're paying the 118 billion.
Nice to meet you, Sneeko. Congrats on the win and everything. Sneeko, who the fuck are you, Sneeko? Influencer.
Oh yeah, and then like what? He ends up getting his little sparring match with him, a friendly one. All right, here we go. You watch this?
You're about to feel significantly more about a pain. They should be setting it in right now that nothing you can do can hurt me. And this is a moment that as you're realizing, you're about to have a really bad fucking day. Oh.
Man, it's rough to watch.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good on him though for getting in there.
Is that your boyfriend that you're with?
I'm a woman.
What's that?
I'm a woman.
Yeah, the dude you're with. Is that?
That's my husband.
Oh, okay, cool. You're great at answering questions. I knew you were. I don't see gender, Seattle, but I.
That was good. All right, we're learning from the shorts, guys. We ain't got to watch month. All right, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Awesome. What is this? Wait a second. Wait a second. This motherfucker. Hold on. Dar reacts. This fucking guy. Dar reacts. Hold on. He's got the NRL promo video. Hold on. If he doesn't get his shit kicked in by them. See? The people want to see it. Look at this. 80, 90. Oh my God. Dude's got 6,000 subscribers. He put this a week ago. He got 94,000 views. 94,000 views, bro. You know what? We're going to do a reaction video on it. Fuck it. I'll do a reaction video on this tomorrow. And if I get copyright strike, I'm going to be so pissed. Actually, what I should do is I should reach out to this guy. Dar, if you end up seeing this, I don't think you're a bad guy. I'm just giving you shit. I'm going to watch the video here, your video, a brief bit of it. But I am so curious to see if they copyright strike the shit out of them for this. Because they fuck me every time. This is blowing me away right now. Okay. Hold up. How many videos has this guy got? How long has he been here? He's got a lot of videos. He's been on for 2 years. Look, he started doing photo stuff. Interesting. I'm always interested in people's like YouTube history and their story. I always go oldest, and I just go through. Why I stopped shopping? So then he started doing messy stuff. AFL, he hit AFL. Did he get you guys sucked in? Not on the best marks, he didn't. That was a year ago. See, I got a little lucky because I was in the COVID bubble, and I, for some reason, it blew up. Is that last video's best video? I want to find out. Oh, this one's got 10K, 32K. Okay. Look, he's watched some cricket. Yeah, he's got the Indians on him. That'll do it. They love when Americans watch cricket. My camera turned off. All right, I'll turn it back on. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Let's watch a little bit of this guy real quick.
Back with some NRL. This time we got a different one. We got a promo video. This came at the perfect time. Somebody sent me this in my DM. Let me go find that person. 'Cause somebody sent this to me, and then someone on in my DMs on Twitter, Damian Williams. Shout out to Damian. He sent it to me on Twitter. No, on TikTok. The TikTok video, and then somebody else sent me the actual YouTube video. So we're here checking out this promo. We got Russell Crowe. I may have seen Russell Crowe. I heard him before, but I don't know.
Worth 2 points. Player behind them. And
Wait. Is he getting away with this because he's watching Sky News? Hold up, my boy. Did you figure out a little loophole there, my guy? Oh, you figured out a little loophole. Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see, shall we? I can't do this. Russell Crowe. So this is what he watched. Not this one. This one is... So he watched... So Sky News was able to do it. These bastards.
Hollywood star Russell Crowe has voiced...
Okay. You know what? I might reach out to this guy. I'm curious his experience with the rugby league, because he's got Okay, so that video he put out was a week ago. It's his best video yet, and he's only put out a week ago. And so he did a UFC, he did Brisbane Broncos, so he did another. What does it say? This is here due to okay. This is why they're a bunch of cunts.
What is up, guys? Welcome back.
I'll show you right now. This is why the NRL is a bunch of cunts.
Well, number 3.
Look at this. He has to. Does that even work? Huh. I am curious. This is always interesting to see. What do you guys think, huh? Is anybody still watching this? Let's see. Yeah, it says we got a few of you. And then let's see. So he's on NRL, and so he got the big thing off the NRL. So he's like, let's go for it. And he's gonna do a bunch of rugby stuff. I love it. Smart. Man, that's a tough road, dude. That is a tough road reacting to NRL content, man. God dang. They're gonna be up your butt. But let's... Okay. All right. I might send this guy a message on Instagram or something. Put a Snapchat on there? Fucking... What does he get? I wonder if he gets a lot of titty pics or if he just gets a bunch of dick pics, you know? Just saying. Okay. Well, we're gonna watch we're gonna reach out to Dar here. I'm curious.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the
React to Carlton's top 10
Is
moments.
that your boyfriend that you're with?
Jesus. You stop biting your nails, cat? You're loud. Come here. React to Carlton's top 10 moments that released about 2 days ago. All right, if you send me the video on Discord, I'll take a look at it, and I will consider doing a reaction as a comeback reaction video. We'll see. Oh, bet. All right, all right. We'll take a look at
Completely and totally pivot.
I'm curious what Hassan was talking about in this. I can't stand the Hassan guy.
I'd gladly talk to him. Don't.
راشد عم بيسألك حسن انه شو هي ردة الفعل تاعت الشعب والحكومة في اليمن بعد ما بلشت امريكا بالقصف.
والله يعني قلت لك يعني انها شيء طبيعي.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm not watching this. Actually, you guys would have a better idea than me because I haven't looked in a long time. How many like AFL reaction channels are there? Let's look. Mr. Beast did it. When did Mr. Beast watch this?
He bounces the ball.
Oh, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Is that not even his channel? Okay. This guy's got a lot of views on one. Same here. Yeah, I mean, they do well, you know? This guy's got a bunch of views on his. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a trend. You sent it to the server for you to see. Oh, okay, yeah. Where did you send it? Oh, I see it. Perfect. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't accept sorry, I don't like accept friend requests from anybody, and I set it up that way because when I first started like getting the channel growing, like I was getting like DMs like all the fucking time, like too many DMs of shit like that make any sense. And so I had to like close it off. And I would get like hundreds of friend requests and stuff. Not hundreds, but like dozens and dozens of people I didn't know. Yeah, and all of these are like within the last year too. It's blowing up. Just know that you attended the last 2 moments in that video. Okay, I will. Like, he was there. He was there. All right, here's your boy Dar. Okay, he's in here. I wonder what happens if you put American. Do you think I'm going to come up at all? Am I too far gone? Am I washed now? Am I old news? Most likely. I'm even on my channel. It's not recommending me. This is such a funny video. Wait, isn't that that was Destiny's ex-wife? And most of the other ones too, you say? Okay. All right. Well, we're about to hit midnight. So happy President's Day to all you Americans out there, because I know a lot of you guys watch this. No shit. Mean waiter, you say you won $100 gift card. Wait, you said you won was it a gift card? $100 from the Card Man Christmas giveaway stream. Really? Well, let's see quick. I'm gonna jump off here after this, but we'll take a peek.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, how far in was it? So he's got members. Is that what it is, right? How do you do? I should look into setting something like that up in the future. It was near the very end.
Matthew's gone. I actually want him to win it, to be fair, but he hasn't. And Archer's out, so I don't even know the 3 people left. I hope they have their social media tag. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I guess I just won't give it away to anyone. Isaacs.
Is this you in here?
Natty's biggest fan to be Blakey Boy Plays. Who is Natty's biggest fan?
Go forward an hour? We're at the end.
Well, we'll figure out who the hell Natty's biggest fan is.
We're 5 hours into this. Oh, this is the Christmas Eve one. Is it the actual Christmas one?
Visa gift card? No, we're not going to give him a Sexyland gift card, mate.
Oh, there he is.
What do you want?
Ha! Look at this kid.
I don't even know. I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh,
is this you?
What do we do? Chat, what do we do? Do you have like No, we're not going to respin.
Hold on. How far back?
Matthew.
Oh,
honestly, I don't care who wins. Whoever it lands on's out. A mean waiter wins $100. A mean waiter wins $100. Okay, finally we can finish this shite once and for all. What's your handle, mate? On Discord. Discord. It's not the best platform for me to use, but
oh my god,
honestly,
you said.
At this rate, I don't even care. Let's find you on Discord. We could probably get you on a call or something like that. She cannot call you. on Discord. Let's see if he picks up. He probably won't.
You probably will. Oh, this is funny.
I need your details, mate, if we want you to transfer the money. You DM me?
Mate, I'm panicking right now.
Are you on? You are. Congrats, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have a BSB account number I can transfer you money?
Oh, I don't.
How am I gonna get the money over?
I don't even know. I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh shit. What do we do? Chat, what do we do? Do you have like No, we're not gonna respin. I feel really bad if we did that. What about you could probably ask your parents to give me theirs, and I just send them the $100 over to their account, and they can just give it to you.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Everyone's sleeping right now.
You don't necessarily do it today.
It's 2 a.m.
Or I could buy you an online gift card and send the code. True.
Yeah, could you do?
Yeah, what gift card do you want?
I did that for my giveaway. I just did give him a gift card code.
Any like options?
Chat, provide gift card options. No, we already did the $500 one, Will. This is a second one because of Xavier.
Why are we skipping 5 minutes?
Visa gift card? No, we're not going to give him a Sexyland gift card, mate. What do you want? Visa, Steam, PlayStation, Rebel, eBay, OnlyFans. Still on the call? Is he still on the call?
What's going on, dude?
Yeah, did you hear what I said? Did you want any of what I just said there in terms of the options for the gift cards?
This chat's going nuts.
What does Visa do?
You pretty much can get whatever you want with a Visa gift card, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Alright, now I've got to freaking buy a $100 Visa gift card. How do I do that? Do you know, I need to stop screen sharing though. If I screen share the code, I'm in a bit of trouble. I need to make sure I get this done on the call now before I head off. And I need to make sure it actually works. So let me just find
Saints
one.
fan, I have a membership for A-League.
Sorry?
Saints fan, I'm talking to.
Oh yeah, Saints fan. Let me go and find Visa gift cards. How do I buy one?
Does he buy a gift card on the stream?
Assume you'd. Did they find the kid? A Carlton shirt.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go shopping. I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
All right. Which website do you want me to go on? We can have a look at some stuff. What do we? It's gonna be. What?
Wait a second. He made $216 in his chat. That's good.
What do you want?
81 new members.
Guernsey. With Nick's face on it. Shut up. Will. Okay, where can you shop? Like, should we go? Guernseys.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you know what size you are, by any chance?
Are they in medium or numbers?
Well, I'd assume medium, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a training singlet. Remember, we got $100 in our budget, so. Where are the Guernseys? Why is there a Monopoly section, for God's sakes? You could get. Why is that $400?
No, man.
No, we're not. Where are the Are you a cult member by any chance or not?
Yeah, I am.
Right. Puma. Oh, Guernseys. Here we go. 110. I dare you want an infant Guernsey. Maybe get something from this section. like a jacket or anything you see that's under 100, just let me know. Some shorts, a polo if you want that.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
I can have a look to see if there's any in your size. Medium?
Yep.
Nice. There you go.
Alright, let's do it. Let's proceed to check out. Happy with that?
Yep.
Did he mail it to you? Like ship it to you directly?
I have to hide my screen so you guys can't see it. I don't know how much the shipping is, but I hope it's not too much. I'll have to put in your details.
Got it. Well, that's awesome, dude.
wait
Good
for
for
the
you.
details.
Did you get the? So I suppose you already got it. That was in Christmas, so that's good, man. Awesome. So when I did my giveaway, I basically said it's going to be on the AFL store or whatever, and I just bought like $100 gift card on the AFL store, right? Because there's like AFL store. Yeah, so this place, this is where I went, and I just went in and went to gift card. And I think it was like $100, and I did digital, and then I just sent it to the person's email address. It was actually really easy. And then they can get whatever they want. But that's awesome. Congratulations. Good for you. Carlston should get that $100, not the AFL store. I wonder if the I wonder if they have. Okay, so you guys want to make sure the money goes to the club. That makes sense. That makes sense. So can you do? Huh. So, I mean, honestly, write to your local AFL club, okay, and tell them to put a gift card on their website, a digital gift card on their website, so people can just send you a digital gift card to purchase from their store. That's what they should do. Oh, look at that. That polo you got, buddy? It's on sale now for $60. Look at that, $60. You could have got a polo undershirt. But it was Christmas, so it doesn't surprise me they raised the price. Are the Guernseys on sale too? No. Just damn it, he says. That's funny. When you get to the MFC, says yeah. Oh, I already read that. Nice, nice. All right, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate you watching and hanging out. I suppose that's probably from last year's stock. That makes sense if that's the case. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna jump off, kind of wind down before going to bed here. So I appreciate you hanging out and watching. I'm trying to think, if with streams, it might be better to try to do streams in the morning, for the audience, just because you guys it'll be your evening then, right? It won't be in the middle of the day. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Again, any suggestions, anything you want to chat about, feel free to join the Discord, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks again for being here. Peace, love. Have a great rest of your day.